Well, hello, Bethel family and friends. It's Susan Leonard. Glad to be with you in the middle of the week on this Pause Wednesday time together. You can see that I am outside behind our sanctuary alongside our new HVAC system that has been delivered. I feel a little like Vanna White. Take a look at this beautiful thing. It is yours. It will be yours. Behind us also, we have done the work of beginning to build the platform on which it will sit. And so we are getting closer. We are getting closer. I think about this as I walk alongside you this summer, and I have memories of being in a van with our three children in the back on the way to the beach or on the way to any of our destinations that we might have taken as a family. And the refrain from the back seat was always, are we there yet? When are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? Are we there yet? How much longer? And as I think about this summer, that's how many of us have felt. Like, when are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? Are we almost there? Because we want to be back inside sacred space. There is something about the church we call Bethel and its sanctuary that grounds us, that nourishes our soul, that sends us out into the world renewed and recommitted to live the life of faith. So how much longer till we get there? When are we going to be there? We are on the way. I remember my parents would say to me, my sister, when we would do the same thing, when are we going to get there? Are we almost there? We are on the way, and we can't get there any other way but to keep moving on. So we are moving on. Day by day, we are moving on. So be comforted and be excited that we are getting closer day by day to our return to in-person, on-site worship. The date has not yet been determined. Trustees meet next week, followed by a church council that will have a called meeting, and then we will do our final preparations to be ready to welcome people back, those who feel that they are not compromised in any way and are ready to return. So stay tuned. We're getting closer. We're on the way. We're almost there. As I think about this Wednesday, I want to leave you with a thought. We are approaching Sunday, and this summer we've looked at the ways that we're trying to apprentice Jesus. Not simply learning from his parables or his teachings, but just watching him. Watching how he spends his time, how he orders his days, how he nourishes his spirit, watching Jesus and the rhythm of his life. We want to be with Jesus. We want to learn from Jesus. We want to ultimately live like Jesus. We're rounding the bend to the finality of this series. And this Sunday is the last of the practices before we pull it all together the following Sunday. And the last practice is the practice of joy. So let me tell you what I'm discovering as I prepare for Sunday's teaching. Researchers say these are all not religious-based people, certainly not Christian people. These are secular PhD people who say that 50% of the base of joy that we share, 50% of joy is determined by genetics. So some of us get a full cup and some of us get a half-empty cup. 50% is sort of determined by genetics and predisposition. 40% is determined by how we train our mind and heart, what we do on the inside. And then 10% is determined by our circumstances. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? That if we were honest with each other, most of us would say, I know I would say it as a mom about my kids. I want my kids, I want my children, my young adult children, I want them to grow up to lead a whole and happy life. And I think most of us think that happy, joyful, depends on our circumstances. So it's about meaningful work. It's about enough money in the bank. It's about our circumstances that are going well for us, good health, all of those circumstantial things. But research shows, not even with a Christian lens, that 10% is external. And if you add the 50 and the 40 together, 90% is internal. This Sunday, we're going to talk about what it means to tap into the resource that is available to us, the joy of the Lord. How do we tap in to a joy that is not determined by our circumstances? 90% is not determined by our circumstances. It is about forming our heart and life and mind and tapping into the resources that faith gives us to live with joy and peace and love. So join me on Sunday as we take a look at the 90% that is some inside work that we can do, regardless of the 10% of life around us. Bethel Church, know of my love for you, my prayers for you daily, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday.